What's up, guys? Welcome back to a new Dying Light 2 video. This video is going to be it should be pretty quick. I'm just going to go over this article that brought us some new news about Dying Light 2. So, they talk about the article released a little while ago that was about how the development is a nightmare, but they sort of recorrect that article and give some actually good points here, instead of in the first place saying it was just a total wrong translation. But they give really good points here on why the article is just completely wrong. But first, I want to talk about the ending here, which is actually pretty much the most important part. And the question is, do you still plan to launch Dying Light 2 in 2020? Will it utilize the Xbox Smart Delivery? I have no idea what that is. It's some new Xbox feature, I guess, but they don't really answer that anyway. So the person responding to this, Mektala, is the PR manager. Hope I'm saying that name right. But so anyway, the response to this question is, there's a whole team at Techland that works on the announcement of the new release for the game and every piece of info that accompanies it. And I know they want to surprise players, so I don't want to spoil it for them or our community. The only thing I could say is, please trust us. It's the last stretch for this project, and we need your support. So, yeah, I mean, the last stretch, really good news. I guess she's sort of dodging the 2020 question because they are going to release an official release date soon, I'm hoping. I hope she's not dodging that because it's on the fence, 2020 or 2021. I don't think that's why she's dodging it necessarily. I think it's more of just a official release thing. I mean, she really kind of dodged this question hardcore, but she did say it's in the last stretch, so that's good news. I could definitely see this release news coming in the next month. Definitely high chance coming with the next month for me, in my opinion. And then if we don't get anything in the next month or two, I would be concerned, but I really highly doubt that. I think something will be coming soon, as she says. So yeah, that's pretty much all we got for any new news for the release date. I will go over some of this. I don't know how much I'm going to go over. I'm going to go over some of it. So basically, this is just about the this article that was claiming that a bunch of news about Dying Light 2 and how it's a nightmare and development hell, I guess you could say. And then, so right here, they sort of give like actually really good points and come out and totally refute it. I think they should have really done this in the first place instead of saying the translation was wrong. They could have said pretty much exactly what they said here. I guess it took some time. I don't know what the reasoning for that was, but so here we have, work on Dying Light 2 is chaotic and the game's vision has been changed multiple times. This is what the article is claiming, and there's no vertical slice. She says, we've had a vertical slice for over 4 years, and the foundation remains the same since we started working on the project. However, a natural process for the creative work on any game is the evolution of individual components. This is dictated by factors such as optimization, improvement, or extension of some extremely promising elements. Okay, I mean, we don't really see much there, to be honest. The part with Chris Avlon in the article was a big part of the article, and that was basically about how cooperation is not smooth, as it says here, and there was tension between him and Adrian Szejewski, if I'm saying that right, hopefully. Every time I botch that name, I think. But basically, they were saying it was totally a bad relationship, but basically, Chris actually himself saying here is, I enjoy working on Dying Light 2. I enjoy working with Techland. And he says design elements need to be changed and discussed and iterated on. And then he says, while Adrian and I discussed the story, I never felt like there were any conflicts. And he says it's normal to be discussing and changing narrative choices. And then he says it's a very important thing for Dying Light 2. So, yeah, I mean, he's basically just totally dispelling this part of the article. Another major part here is the turnover. The turnover in our company is on par with the rest of the industry. We're constantly working on expanding our team. Today, the headcount is almost 400 people. Okay, I mean, yeah, makes sense. They have about 400 people. They're going to be turning over a lot of people. Makes a lot of sense. And I don't know if this is true, but if it is true that it's on par with the rest of the industry, yeah, that's nothing alarming, I guess. I mean, it's not really easy for me to confirm these numbers, to be honest, because you can't really just look up the turnover rate, I don't think. But yeah, one thing I did miss here that's really important is towards the beginning, and it says we believe in transparency, and they say we knew about the release of the article, so they knew. and they gave the author the opportunity to talk to employees, and so they could show a different perspective to the story and presented it by the anonymous sources, or dismiss it altogether. We provided the author with a great deal of information. Unfortunately, not all of it was used in the article. So really what they're saying here is only the sort of one-off bad information by a small amount of employees or anonymous sources were used, and a great deal of the information that other employees provided was not used at all, which I can totally buy here. Makes perfect sense. But yeah, other than that, this is a really good statement about this whole article and a nice little treat at the end talking about the last stretch of the project. And yeah, this is really good news. Hopefully in the next month we get something. I think we definitely will. Hopefully still looking at 2020 release. She did dodge the question, but yeah, I don't think it's because 2021 is a release. I think they're just coming out with a big release within the next month. So yeah, that would explain it, and that's gonna be all for the video. I'll see you guys in the next video. Subscribe if you haven't, like the video, and I appreciate everyone who's subbed. We're like almost at 160. This is the first video I posted in like a week or so, but yeah, that's kind of my bad. There just hasn't been many news stories as far as Dying Light 2 to go off of, and I just haven't really thought of anything else to upload. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.